B-side word.
Let's start again. Dev, this is your article.
Yeah.
It's about a guy who had put an order in and was waiting on his parcel to arrive. He lives in Australia and it took 2 months because they kept sending the parcel to Austria. They didn't just send it once. They sent it 5 times to Austria. What's going on?
CJ's going off his head.
CJ's got me dying.
So they sent the parcel to Austria 5
Yo,
times.
can we get CJ some water, please?
Before it finally reached the guy. It was sent from the USA to the point that even Austria was getting fed up because, you know, like when the parcel goes, I guess it goes to customs or whatever when it arrives in a new country and they stamp it. So they stamped it something Austria, and on the 5th time the guy, like, in the capitals writes again, as in like it's been sent here again. So anyway, by the time it gets to the guy, it's he counts the stamps and there's like 5 stamps to Austria, and he's like, right, that's why my parcel took 2 months to get here.
What was the headline?
The headline.
Special kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Australia parcel sent to Austria 5 times.
Why? What happened?
Well, obviously there's only 2 letters missing in the word Austria.
But
As in like
people send stuff to Australia a lot from
The world.
Yeah, where was
America,
it sent
right?
from?
USA.
USA.
No, this happens a lot both ways apparently, and also both countries only have 4 digits in their postcode as well, so that just adds to the confusion.
But how do you not see the stamp that says "Miss sent to Australia" on it and not send it to Australia?
5 times. I don't know.
To Austria, sorry. I can't say it.
Maybe they read it as like must send to Austria.
Oh, I didn't realise that said miss sent. I thought it was
Yeah,
an
it just says
Austrian
miss
word.
sent.
That's why I said the stamp said something Austria. I thought it was like mi sente, blah, blah, blah. Although that sounds Italian.
Brilliant. I love it.
I can see why the confusion kicked in now. Maybe there's an Emma sat behind the...
Yeah, that does say
Why are they
Austrian.
writing Austrian? I don't understand that. Sent to Austria.
Can you look up the postcodes between what is the postcode of
4 digits.
Yeah, but 2000, what is it in Austria? Like, because
What do you mean 2000?
Because our postcode 2000 is
Yeah.
Sydney.
Don't have on your postcode.
Huh?
Wait, so is it the whole of Sydney? It's 2000?
Yeah, it's different to
Yeah.
England. So, like, you know how you
Whoa.
have different states here? Each state, every postcode will have the same, like, New South Wales all start with 2, Victoria all starts with 3, South Australia all starts with 5, etc.
Yeah.
But I may be ignorant to why there are postcodes, but I thought it was to make it easier to deliver post.
No, she's
Yes.
saying the first number's the same.
So
Yeah,
wait,
just
the
No,
first
because
number.
Dev's a
I
spider
said was
there.
Sydney.
Yeah.
Is all of Sydney 2000?
No.
No, 2000.
All of Sydney starts with
Or
a 2.
in the 2000s?
And then
Okay.
like 2, 1, 1, 1.
Yeah, like, we're... You'll have, like,
It's
2.
the same in England, but we have
Emma.
letters at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah,
Ox-
England.
Or are we?
Oxford.
I just made that up.
But then London has a bunch of...
Don't worry, we'll just cut out the postcodes.
Sorry, Dev just killed a spider for me.
Murderer.
Sorry, but I have phobias, like legit. Sorry to anyone that gets angry at that.
Don't worry, we'll just cut it out.
I hope you don't have a phobia of like some kind of people.
No. No, don't have that. Oh, well, actually, this got me thinking, not in terms of missent parcels, missente, but like how the postal services are in different countries anyway.
Huh?
And it brought up one huge pet peeve, thinking about my phobias, is that Australia and a lot of other countries, America, all have stupid mailboxes at the end of the driveway instead of a letterbox in the door. Like, that's infuriating.
It
You
makes
don't
you
like that?
angry.
It
Wow.
does. I'll let you in on a secret.
It
Me
makes
and-
you angry.
Yes, you know it does. Me and Dev check our mailbox, like, when I say me and Dev mainly, but maybe 4 times a year. Would you say?
What?
4 times a
Quarterly?
year.
Nice.
Maybe 4 times.
We
a year.
check
And
our
you do
mailbox.
Why
You
don't
mow
you check
that
your
work
mailbox
then?
more often?
I don't check it because I'm
Take my house,
scared.
I mean,
You do
how much?
realise it can be a bit of a security
You got to
risk.
give context to the fear, Emma.
I'm
You can't just say I'm scared to check a mailbox.
No, I am. No,
You got to
I am.
explain. No, but you got to explain why.
Oh, because okay, so I have phobias of like all bugs, and every time, without fail, Australian mailboxes have cockroaches, caterpillars, redback spiders. When I check the mail, I go and take the kitchen tongs. And I open up the mailbox and I use the tongs, and I'm like standing like that, and I pull it
like
out.
how
I'm standing
Yeah,
like with my back arched away and just arm extended out. I'll grab the mail and then chuck it on the floor.
Took it on the floor.
she
make
says.
sure that
She
nothing-
says there's redbacks every single time, and there isn't. And sometimes
Redbacks,
there's not even any insects in there.
I've never had a time where there's none. Not
Yeah.
once.
After this podcast,
But you
we're gonna
check your
look at
mail
mailbox
4
and I'm
times a
gonna
year.
go
There'll be a lot in
I
there.
don't know how much.
Sure.
We don't get that much mail.
No, because
Like
I
everything's
switched
electronic
everything
now.
important
All the
to online.
bills are electronic.
Oh.
Or
That's tell you what. That's the most aggravating thing is, especially because I'm dart around the place a lot. Is when they say, "Can you bring in something with proof of address?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"I don't get anything sent with my address."
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
sorry, can't help you.
Yeah,
Like-
that's true. No,
We're living in
because
a
your bill
less
still
and
have
less
an
and less
address on the
paperless-
top of the bill, even if it's
Because
sent.
what?
Your bill will still have an address on the top, even if it's
What
sent
bill?
electronically.
Your bank
Phone
statement. You get something from
bill.
your bank.
There should be a receipt.
Yeah, but I don't have a printer, so
Yeah,
I
you
have to go find a.
you have to go to your bank.
That's
Like,
not
can I
like
have a statement?
the long. I feel like they need to figure out new ways moving to 21st century. So
They
you can do
do.
this electronically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Why?
Yeah, to be
Why
fair,
don't we
it's
just bring
not.
paper?
It's as easy to forge a piece of paper than it is anything electronically. So, but yeah, I feel you.
No, I get that.
they've even in banks they prefer you to do electronic things over the internet rather than go into the bank. I think they charge you $5 every time you go into the bank to do a transaction.
Really?
Just to
No.
like to deter you from doing.
I
Bank
don't
is
think
such
that's
a
for,
weird-
Any general transaction.
Here's my money.
maybe,
Take
like-
some of it. Keep some of it. When
what's
you
Charge
give
you
it
to
back,
use
take
it?
a bit more.
This is kind of the same thing with. I was thinking about this with the post office with mail. When you were talking about Emma when they're sorting in that, I was thinking, isn't it weird how we all have an implicit trust of the mail system that they don't just open our stuff and go through it?
They
and,
do sometimes.
Yeah, they do.
Like,
But that's like babysitters too. Like there's heaps of things that I feel like we trust a lot of people.
Okay, so
Sometimes
Dev
we don't.
does not trust one iota, have any trust in babysitters.
I don't know them.
Because like I would
I
explain
get
to
it.
him.
I
That-
don't know them.
You and I, Alexander, had babysitters growing up a lot. Like a lot.
Yeah.
Hold
Just
on.
it was just
but I
If I
get
was
it.
babysitting, would be right.
I know you.
Oh, okay.
I had that
but like
conversation
Dev
with
would
someone,
never
and I
be
said,
like, yeah, let's get a babysitter.
I had that conversation with someone. I said,
Hey, would you trust me?
I don't have kids, and I don't expect to know what that feels like. But the more and more I think about it, the less and less I think I could trust a babysitter, because that is a human that I created, and I'm responsible for living for the rest of their life. And this 16-year-old that I've never met, like, nah. Like, I know what I was like at 16. and I was
But
an
okay,
idiot.
I see it from a different point of view because I was the street babysitter. Like, if anyone in the street needed a babysitter, they'd call me. And like every week, without fail, I'd be babysitting someone's kids on the
But
street.
you constantly see stuff through your eyes.
Yeah.
That's like
As does everyone else.
Not only.
yeah,
not-
100%.
not-
But
not
Emma's
100%.
eyes are very rosy red. They're
Yes, very, very.
they're just full of flowers and sunshine and lollipops and rainbows.
The neighborhood we grew up, there was no sunshine or
Unless
lollipops.
it's the mailbox.
What's that song, Emma? You'll know it.
Yes.
Da, da, da,
Sound-
da, da,
yeah.
da, da. Sing
Sound
it.
of Music. I shall
Well,
not.
how's it go? You don't. So you don't know it.
I
is
know
what
the
you're saying.
song, but I'm not going to sing
How
it.
does it go? Why not?
He's trying his best to make her sing, and she's just not falling for
It's
it.
impossible. It's impossible, Alexander. I've been trying for 10 years.
I remember when we had a
These are
concert
a
in the
few
back
of my
garden.
favourite things.
Spice Girls.
You had a Spice Girl concert in your back garden.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Who were you?
Street concert.
Yeah,
Oh, I
we
was
charged
dormant.
people to come
I
in.
was the one letting people in.
Oh,
He was the
Paul was
Gaza.
the doorman.
I was hoping you were going to say naughty spice or what other spices?
Bearing in mind, I was also 5 years
Sporty.
younger than Emma and tiny, and I was the doorman.
Naughty Spice. That wasn't a Spice Girl.
Yeah.
Was
On the videos he's been watching, it is.
Who's
It's
naughty
Tosh
spice?
Naughty
Spice,
Smurf.
Baby
Naughty
Spice,
Spice.
Sporty Spice, Scary Spice, and Ginger Spice.
Sporty.
Sporty spice, that's what I
Not
meant.
naughty.
Yeah, well.
Have you been watching some Spice
you
Girl
ask.
porn or something?
Yeah, so.
Brilliant.
Oh, naughty. Maxie.
What was that joke? I think there was a joke or a meme that came up. It goes in the early or late 1990s. They said, "Do not meet anyone if you talk to someone on the internet, do not meet up with that person by yourself." Right? And then they told us growing up, never go into a car with a stranger. Now they've got Tinder and Uber. Now they've got
Yeah.
the world's changed.
Oh,
The world is totally
I just
changed.
realised that's true. I've jumped in a car with some dude I've never met before. In some random car. Take me home.
Take me.
I've been drinking.
Oh my god.
That's the thing. You're not only doing it like normally. You're doing it when you're inebriated as well.
Yeah,
You're
it's not the
Take
smartest
care of
thing.
yourself.
Yeah.
Most vulnerable possible.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I've been ripped off a few times by taxi drivers though, like money wise. Which is probably I'll take that.
Have you?
Like take you the wrong way type, or take you the long
I've
way.
been very drunk in London and the first train hasn't come yet, so I just pay for a taxi for £100+ to get back
Oh,
to
wow.
Couldn't be me.
it was
Wow.
but to be fair, I don't know what he charged me for, because at one point I had to stop and be sick out the car door, and then
He charged you cleaning bill as well.
One of
so
those.
he might have charged me for anything. I don't know
Yeah,
what I was charged for.
if
I
you're
might
sick in a
have- I can't
taxi,
remember.
they
It was
charge
all a
you
bit of a
cleaning bill.
blur.
Do they?
Yeah.
but
It
you
felt
said
like
you
a
were sick out
5-minute
the
ride,
door.
but it
But
got me
still,
from what would normally
charge
be
you
like an
cleaning.
hour's journey. So
Oh. Well, how
It,
much is it? How much is it? Do you know how much it is when you first get
£100.
into the cab? Like
In
what
London?
Yeah. Is it
I
£5?
think in London it's
With-
I don't know actually. In Banbury it's £3.50, which
£3.50.
but that's not
I'd
the
say
same in London.
around here.
In
I think
London it's
about
more. I don't know what it is
£2.53.
though.
Yeah.
I'm guessing like £5 or £6.
That I always look at the meter when we used to get a cab, and I used to go, "Oh man, should we get out here and walk?" Like it's just creeping up. You're going, "Oh, 10-minute walk."
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's so tense, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't like seeing it. I'd rather not see it. It's just like
It's all I watch.
Yeah.
I can't help it. I'm
how
mesmerised by
are
it.
they done? Is it just done on time, or is it done on?
That's what
Distance.
I was
No,
trying to figure
distant.
out. I
Time and
looked there
distance.
and I'm like, is
It's
it
both
distance or is
because
it time?
no, because if you're
I
stuck at
reckon
the
he has a
light,
switch that he just like if he likes you, he just slows it down. If he doesn't, which is most of the time, he just
See, after you
every time you
after
look
throw
away,
up
it
in
just
the cab,
you look
put it
back
up.
and it's gone up by £2. You're like, what?
I haven't caught a cab in years. Oh, I went after on the way home from hospital. I got a taxi.
Oh, that's right.
I got one.
That's
I got a
First
taxi yesterday from central Oslo to here, which is a 10-minute drive, and it cost about £20.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's they're expensive here.
That's expensive. Yeah, £20.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I was going to ask,
Mm.
what's your mailbox like in Norway?
It's well, I mean, I've only been in this apartment, but there's downstairs in like the entrance.
Foyer.
There's like a box for each
Oh,
person,
Okay, all right, that's the same.
but there's no.
Yeah, I feel like in apartment buildings, that's kind of how it has to be, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't that
Did you
always how it is?
prefer, like when you were living in the States, Sans, what do you prefer? Because you lived in both, like both ways.
I only ever lived in a house once. Yeah. I only ever lived in a house once, so I only ever had a mailbox once for a little bit of time, and there was like 8 of us, so it wasn't really the same. I didn't have to go check it like that.
Does
don't
America
really have that
also
experience.
take your? I've read somewhere that the posties in America also take the outbound mail.
Ah. That's cool.
So they'll like collect
Oh,
and
yeah,
take
yeah,
it
yeah.
and then leave yours. That's cool though. I think that's awesome.
Wait. Hold on. You're saying in the mailbox, like you
Yeah.
put it in the mailbox? Oh, I've seen that. I don't know.
That makes
That's-
sense though.
It's
True.
kind
Don't
of
you do that in
Yeah.
Australia as well?
No.
I don't
Because
know.
you put the when you
Why
on your
not?
mailbox you have the
I
flag
don't know.
and you
Seems
put
like
it
no
up
extra effort.
when there's stuff in it, so they know.
I
Because if
think-
they don't have no mail for you, they need to identify that they need to open the box and take your mail out. So you put the flag up, and then they put the flag up when they put mail in. So you see the flag up, you know I've got mail.
Oh, okay. That's like such a I've got mail, come and steal it.
Oh yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
there's mail here.
maybe.
I didn't think about that. The stealing side of mail.
Is that
You
a
could
thing?
identity fraud. Well, I mean, it's possible. It's a lot easier than going into someone's house to steal it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's one of those things where it can happen, but is it a thing that happens?
Does it? Yeah.
If it doesn't happen, then
The only bad thing with the English way, with the slot in the door, don't know why I call it a letterbox because it's not a box, but is people can put through things that aren't letters.
Yes, into your house.
Yeah. So like excrement
Yeah.
or
Like,
Is that a thing?
like you break
heard of it.
You break up with that girl. Yeah, like you treat him like shit. Here's some shit.
or like petrol.
I
and
feel
start
like
a fire.
your life's got to be pretty unique for that to happen. Like,
Yeah.
something's gonna go weird.
No, I've heard of it happening just when people are drunk or like litter, like on the way home. Like
When you say you heard of it, like you
Drunk
know
dude
of people
pissing
that
into
have
the
done
slot.
it.
No, I've heard it. I've heard it.
That's
And
what
the
I'm
other
saying.
bad
But
thing
if
about-
you,
Oh, sorry, go on.
go on. I was just gonna say, if you do you know anyone that's experienced it in
Oh.
receiving or giving?
No. No, I don't.
It's kind of like the dog right.
Case
the dog
closed.
doing what's the challenge? The Kiki challenge.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
In my feelings.
That's kind of like when Maxie said with the dog. Like you hear about these things, but you've never seen it. You've
We
never
did see
experienced
it. We saw the dog dancing.
Not in real life.
No, the letterbox. I'm saying like it's one of those things that like I've seen it in films, heard of it and stuff, but I don't know anyone that's experienced
Yeah.
it.
True.
I don't know how really real it is.
Yeah, that's true.
What is
How-
very real though is when you have a paper round and deliver mail, the dogs try and bite your fingers off.
Yeah. I've
That's
had that.
scary. That's scarier than bugs.
I don't ever remember that happening.
Well, some
What, really?
posties say
There was
that
always
they,
one house. It was
like,
nuts. The-
some mailmen carry around dog treats, and that's how they become friends with the dogs. They just give them treats.
Oh.
Yeah,
I want to become friends with a dog.
yeah.
I know what to do.
Seems to
How
work.
long before mail becomes a thing of the past?
I don't think it's going to be too far.
Yeah.
Also, there's a lot of automated sorting things now, so a lot of
There
People
always will be
will
some
go.
type of mail.
But
'Cause
you
people
gotta deliver,
ordering
like, if I
parcels
order,
from overseas, there always will be some type.
yeah, but
Yeah,
will it
like
be just more
parcels are getting
couriers?
more popular, aren't they?
Yeah, parcels are.
Yeah,
Soon
but
it-
parcels,
soon
they're
it'll be
also
drones.
figuring out ways to make. Yeah, they're making them non-human delivery, aren't they?
Oh, what,
Like a
so
mi-
when you say mail,
like-
do you mean like the
Yes!
postman?
I've
No, I
seen,
meant
like,
normal
drone
letters mail,
delivery
but, like-
service.
Yeah, Mum and Dad were telling me about in Milton Keynes they have like a robot that drives along the path, like it drives along the
What?
pathway and just delivers stuff. I've not seen it, so I don't know.
What?
But
Have you-
I have a picture of Wall-E in my head.
Oh.
Like I don't
What
know.
the hell?
They said it's like this little robot that it just drives along the path and it like has a package.
That's
What?
it. Is this a big package?
I don't know.
Siege.
Is it moderately sized?